and welcome to Shayla Shivers, Theater of the Mind. I'm your host, Lewis Graves. The price of entry is just a quick stop in at the like button. Tonight's show, titled The Hunt. As twilight drapes the world in a shroud of uncertainty, we find ourselves wandering in the dense woods of the human psyche, where the line between adventure and terror is thin. And so, dear friends, without much further ado, I give you the ever-alluring Shayla Shivers.
Into the wild. In the fading glow of my 20s, I set out on an elk hunt, lured by the siren call of the wild. It was one of those early mornings, the sky a deep indigo as I ventured into the backcountry, armed with nothing but my bow and a rucksack packed with the essentials. For months, I'd been scouting this remote stretch of land, just itching for the moment I could step into the clearing that I had meticulously marked on my map. After 30 minutes of stealthy trekking, I arrived at my destination. My heart raced as I laid eyes on a bull elk, a creature so immense it seemed to mock the very laws of nature. But just as I was about to draw my bow, he vanished into the dense thicket, igniting a burning desire to track him down. I followed, each step deliberate, my senses on high alert as the sun began its ascent, casting a golden hue across the landscape. But with each passing moment, the atmosphere shifted like a bad dream, the light morphing into an eerie glow that sent chills racing down my spine. Panic gripped me as I realized I had wandered deeper into the woods than I'd intended. My compass, my trusted ally, spun wildly, a cruel jester mocking my growing unease. Shadows among the trees. Taking a deep breath, I steadied myself, marking a nearby tree before choosing a direction to retrace my steps. That's when I saw him again, the bull elk. But now he stood on two legs, hunched and grotesque, a nightmarish vision that embodied my deepest fears. Our eyes locked, and a primal terror seized me, freezing my blood. I turned and ran, my heart pounding like a bass drum, the sound of something sinister pursuing me, echoing in the air like a death knell. The light around me dimmed as I sprinted through the underbrush, shadows twisting and swirling where they shouldn't. The creature behind me emitted a chilling clicking sound, a cacophony that pierced the very fabric of the forest. Time lost all meaning as I fled, consumed by the instinct to survive. Suddenly I stumbled, tumbling down a steep hill, the world around me spinning into darkness. The aftermath. When I finally came to, I found myself wedged between a scraggly thicket and a tree, the gurgle of a nearby river mocking my plight. My head throbbed, a cruel reminder of my nightmarish ordeal. I checked my rucksack. It was still there, but my bow was gone, swallowed by chaos. With my compass in hand, hope flickered once more, pointing true despite the nagging doubt that gnawed at my insides. After what felt like an eternity, I followed the river, convinced it would lead me back to safety. As night began to creep in, I stumbled upon a road. Relief washed over me, but it was fleeting. In the distance, that dreadful clicking returned, mingling with crashing noises that sent my heart racing anew. Dread coursed through my veins. I was not yet free. Just as despair tightened its grip, headlights pierced the darkness. I waved frantically, desperate for salvation. A truck pulled over, and a game warden stepped out, concern etched on his face. "Jesus, are you okay?" he asked, urgency lacing his voice. I stumbled forward, gasping for help, and he ushered me into the safety of his vehicle. As we drove, he peppered me with questions, but how could I explain the unfathomable? I recounted my harrowing tale, choosing my words with care, unsure of how much to reveal. Then he turned to me, his expression grave yet understanding. "I believe you. I've seen it too. But you must keep this to yourself," he cautioned, his voice low and earnest. He took me to the hospital, where I lingered for days, my mind racing with the horrors I had witnessed. I never spoke of that day again, bearing the burden of my experience in silence. Even now, as I recount this tale, I urge you, be cautious when wandering into the deep woods, for there are shadows among the trees that should remain undisturbed. The wild is a realm both beautiful and terrifying, and sometimes the line between the two blurs in ways that leave us questioning our very sanity.
Well, then, as we close this chapter on this chilling tale, remember, the wilderness holds mysteries that can twist your reality. Enter with caution, for you never know what lurks in the shadows. Until next time, dear friends, remember to subscribe so you don't miss new dramas and stories here at Shayla Shivers, Theater of the Mind. I'm your host, Lewis Graves.